It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Broncos and the Jets, and it's coming up next.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if the things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together.
Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. He fields it at the 8. The Broncos led by the rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the first round, number 12 overall. He's been around, he's 24 years old, but the rookie...
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. They'll send a tight end in motion. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. 2nd down, Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Hall. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Geno. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, the Jets turn it to the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Patrick motioning here. Here's a shot toward the end zone. DJ Reed that time. Good tight coverage, and he's able to get a hand on it. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jets offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He finds the open man, Braxton Berrios.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
That's complete. It's Jamison Crowder. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Smith. That's to the rookie from Western Kentucky, Malachi Corley. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. A tight end in motion now. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Here's Geno. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to...
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by P.J. Locke. And the Broncos will take over here just past the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now Nix going to look to throw, and that is incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Smith. Got a man downfield, it's Wilson. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 81 yards. Touchdown, Jets. Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. His kick is good, and the Jets move out to a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. Strong running there. pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Second down and 8. Throwing. Nix looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down. To throw is Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. Here's Trenton Gill now as he's on to punt for Denver. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start, and you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. He'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
We are through one. The Jets have the advantage. More from MetLife Stadium after this. A second down throw for Smith. And that ball incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Broncos offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They bring Judy in motion. On 2nd down, it's Nix. This one caught by Patrick. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Berrios on the return. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, Nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Smith to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now, Gino. He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down. Gino to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. 19 yards on the gain, and that's good for a first down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Smith. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They will run it over center with Hall. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. They face second down and 7. Now Smith. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards. We'll give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That is caught. What a throw. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets extend their advantage to 14-3. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Nix from the gun on third down. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That'll be returnable from the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jets offense and receiver Garrett Wilson getting set for their next drive. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He was looking for Malachi Corley. And now it's going to be third down. From the shotgun, Smith. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On comes Thomas Morstead as he's on to punt for the Jets. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Nick snap on 1st and 10. This one complete to his tight end, Fant.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Throwing is Nix. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Jets offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action now. It's Gino. To the right side here. Pass is caught. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On second down, Smith. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll run. It's Hall. The line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Smith to the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He'll try to run for it, and he will score. Geno Smith, touchdown, New York. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action now. It's Nix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Bryce Huff, the former Jet, in there to bring him down. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That's a sideline shot, caught by Sutton. Give him 12, and I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Here's their punter now, as he is on to kick it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Geno. into the hands of Berrios. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. He's going to keep it himself. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. Gino now on 1st and 10. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd down, 3 to go. Now, Gino. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. So we reach halftime in what has been, to this point, a one-sided game. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. Taysom Hill, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Aaron Rodgers, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. It was a former comeback player of the year, Geno Smith, who was sharp in the first half. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Smith to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. A second down throw for Smith. That one brought in by Berrios.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Nix. He's got the tight end, Adam Troutman. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Connected with the tight end, that's Fant. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Nix now on 1st and 10 to his tight end, Fant.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos bringing out their punter. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
16-yard pickup on that one, and the Jets have a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Gino to throw. There's that man again, another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the run, here's Hall. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Now Smith. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On second down, Smith. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. This pass caught by Judy. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll throw. It's Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. They bring Judy in motion. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
On 1st down, here's Gino to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way.
And he's in. Touchdown, New York. That his first touchdown this year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Play action now. It's Nix. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Nix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Nix from the gun on third down. And this ball incomplete on third down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. They'll go again with Hall. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Third down, here's Hall, and he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down. To throw, here's Smith. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Smith into the hands of Berrios. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Off the play fake, Smith. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. From the gun, it's Gino. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Smith. To the goal line and in. Braxton Berrios. Touchdown, Jets. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Extra point try now for Zerline. It's up and through. And the Jets will add one more onto their big lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go! And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 95 yards. Touchdown, Denver. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Hall. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. To throw is Smith. He's got his man right side. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's 1st down, and it's Hall. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. A give. Here's Hall. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain. Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Throwing. Nix. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Nix going to look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd and 6. Throwing is Nix. His throw left is complete with Judy. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. To throw is Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Nix to throw. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And he is going to have the Broncos first down. The defense nowhere to be found. A 4th down gain of 20. Back to the air one more time. There's that man again. Another catch.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. On the toss, they'll run, and he's fighting and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
That is hauled in at the 5. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll throw. It's Nix. He's got his big tight end. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Broncos are able to cut into the deficit. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Second and a yard. Play action now. It's Gino. He's got room to roam. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. You're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
A run on first and goal. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Zerline's kick. Up and good. And the Jets will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. That one pinballs him, but it is incomplete. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. And now the referee, looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes All replays emanate from there. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They get the conversion on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, here's Nix. This one caught at the 4.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually,
and he'll take it on in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. The official right there to call it. You cannot go out of bounds and then be the first guy to touch it. So that draws the flag. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
and once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. They got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Gibson now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.